Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Kārtika Maas ki jai. Welcome to Lesson 13, Lophā Tāla. Just as a recap of what we've done so far, Lesson 12, we introduced Tishra Jati Tals, or rhythmic cycles which are in the multiple of 3. I introduced 2 rhythmic cycles that lesson. Lesson 12 had Dāmodarā Tāla and Kemta Tāla, which are both 6 beats. Lesson 12a and 12b, we discovered the prayaers of Dāmodarā Tāla, 4 prayaers. And in Lesson 12c, we talked about 1 prayar of Kemta Tāla. Continuing on with the Tishra Jati series, we're going to begin Lophā Tāla, which is a 12-beat rhythmic cycle. Now, you probably are noticing why I sing the Dāmodarās in the beginning of this rhythmic cycle, and there are a couple of reasons why. First of all, I think this is the most appropriate time for me to film this lesson because today, the day I'm recording this video, is in late September of 2011. In 2011, Kārtika begins on the 11th of October. So people are interested in learning this rhythmic cycle to practice for Dāmodarās. I think now is the optimal time to learn that. But also, Dāmodarās is the prayer that glorifies Sri Dāmodara, the form of Lord Krishna, which Mother Yashoda binds behind 2 trees. And there's a whole wonderful pastime you can read in the Krishna book. And I included the link for that on the YouTube page if you're interested in reading that. But this month, known as the month of Kārtika or Dāmodarās in Vaishnava terms, this month every devotee will wake up and chant the prayers to glorify Lord Dāmodara or Dāmodarās in the morning and the evening, and they'll offer candles to Sri Dāmodara or a deity form of, or picture form of Lord Krishna in the form of Sri Dāmodara. But the bhajan itself is most commonly sung in a Tishra Jati format. Most of the time it's played with Lophā Tāla, which I just did right now. It can also be played with Bengali Ektal, which I'll be teaching in Lesson 14. And second bit about this is, historically speaking, and I'm sure with the older devotees they probably can relate to this, is that when people are singing with the Tishra Jati format, of singing this with the 12-beat or 6-beat, devotees have been having difficulty singing or playing kartals or playing Mridanga for this. So at least with this lesson, I'm hoping to help people out if they're wanting to accompany with kartals or accompany with Mridanga for this rhythmic cycle. So that's a little bit of the history of it. Lophā Tāla is not just used for Dāmodarās, it's used for many other Bengali bhajans. So if you ever encounter a Bengali bhajan that can make good use of Lophā Tāla, that would be another reason why one should learn this. So let's go learn this rhythmic cycle. I'm going to show you the bols, and then I'm going to describe how we're going to approach this rhythmic cycle. So you can see just by the Bhatkande notation of Lophā Tāla, there are 5 VIBHＡGs, but there are 12 beats in the cycle. So you can see that this is not truly a symmetrical rhythmic cycle, although you'll find later on in this lesson that in some ways it is. It's very confusing, but you'll figure it out by the end of this lesson. So let's begin. I'm going to do VIBHAG 1, then VIBHAG 2, and then I'm going to use the bol method to do 3, 4, and 5, so we can make this a little easier for you. So let's begin. Here is VIBHAG number 1. So VIBHAG 1 is pretty simple. Just 3 bols. Dha, Ghe, Dhin. Dha, open on both sides. Gha and Ta make Dha together. Ghe, remember Ghe, Gha, and Ghi are the same, lesson 3. And then Dhin, open on the baya, close on the dāna. Dha, Ghe, Dhin. Dha, Ghe, Dhin. dha ge dhin, dha ge dhin, dha ge dhin, dha ge dhin. So since it's a pretty straightforward rhythmic piece, we can move on to VIBHAG number 2. VIBHAG number 2, in terms of the dhin bols, is very similar to that of VIBHAG 1. Except only difference is that instead of starting off with dha, we're going to start off with ta. So instead of saying dha ge dhin, it's going to be ta ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta ge dhin. Now normally when we learn rhythmic cycles, we did VIBHAG by VIBHAG and then combined everything at the very end. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to combine VIBHAG 1 and 2 together and then do that whole phrase of 6 beats in one shot. So just VIBHAG 2 and VIBHAG 1 are one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin. 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 Now, since we got VIBHAG 1 down, we're going to employ the bowl method just to learn the second half of the cycle. Now, the second half of the cycle has 3 VIBHAGs. VIBHAG 1, which is 2 beats. VIBHAG 3 technically. So VIBHAG 3 has 2 beats. 4 has 2 beats, and 5 has 2 beats. So we're going to use a bowl method to combine the second half together, and then we're going to take the first half and second half and combine those together. You can see why this is somewhat of a complex rhythmic cycle, but stick with me and hopefully we'll be able to build everything together. So here is VIBHAG 3, bowls only. VIBHAG 3 is actually just one bowl, da. And that's 7 and 8 together. It holds 2 matras of length. So if you were to count 1 through 8, it would be dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta. Okay? Dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta ha. Dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta a. Let's look at VIBHAG 4. VIBHAG 4 is tita. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take matra 7, 8, add 9, 10 to it. So all we're going to play is ta a ti ta. Ta a ti ta. Ta a ti ta. So 1 through 10 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta, ti ta. Dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta, a, ti ta. Dha ge dhin, ta ge dhin, ta, ti ta. Dha ge dhin, da ge dhin, da a ti da. Da ge dhin, da ge dhin, da ti da. Now let's add the last two matras, which are 11 and 12. VIBHAG 5, which is 11 and 12, are kiki. 11 has two Ks or keys. Remember, they're the same bowl if you recall from lesson 3. So kiki is in 11 and T is 12. So kiki. So the second half, 7 through 12, will be ta a ti ta kiki ti. Ta a ti ta kiki ti. Ta a ti ta kiki ti. So since we got the second half down, ta a ti ta kiki ti, we're going to combine VIBHAGs 1, 2, which are the first half, and then 3, 4, 5, which is the second half, and put them together. So here are the bowls for Lophā Tāla. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. VIBHΑG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. VIBHAG dhin, da ge dhin, da. Let's speed it up a little bit. Da ge dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. Da ge dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. Da ge dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. Da ge dhin, da ge dhin, da ti ta kiki ti. Da ge dhin, da ge dhin, da. So we're going to take a break. When we come back with part 2, we're going to accompany the entire Dāmodarās with Lophā Tāla. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Kārtika Mas ki jai.